No one looks forward to going to the hospital, and if you're a kid, well, that experience can be even more frightening. Over at Bonheur Children's Hospital in Memphis, they're using art not only to calm fears, but also to help heal. Here's Tammy Arnder to show us around.
You would hardly know that Logan is a patient, other than his blue gown. The needles and procedures are not top of mind when you can illuminate the Touch Me kids on the first floor of Bonheur Children's Hospital.
It needed to tell kids immediately, this just isn't another hospital. Art became a big focus of finishing this hospital.
Linda Hill is the director of art development for this, the largest children's hospital in 5 states.
It was a big focus of ours to have the environment really reflect the excellence that we have in our healthcare. And so I'm here to make certain that art serves everybody it needs to serve in whatever capacity, if it's in a procedure room or if it's in a public space, and to let Memphians know what we have under one roof at Bonheur.
When you walk into the front doors of this facility, you're welcomed by a brilliant sculpture made of thousands of tiny, colorful mosaic pieces called I Can Fly. At 17 feet tall, it reaches the second floor rotunda. Created by artists Gene Siegel and Lee Holland, the masterpiece fit right into Hill's criteria for the hospital's art.
The main thing was whimsy, sophistication, levels of discovery. It had to be multidimensional. You couldn't just walk by it and not be urged and drawn back to revisit it.
Many doctors and therapists believe art and art therapy can encourage healing. The many pieces of creativity give patients and their families a sense of calm and peace. Or it can even provide entertainment. You see, there are no televisions in the hospital's waiting rooms. So for patients like little Michaela, the waiting room isn't nearly as worrisome as she hunts for various hidden treasures in this piece called Enchilada, Caboodle, and Shebang. The patients, employees, everybody had a part in this.
Everybody had a part in this. It represents security, the patients, to the housekeeping, and it's just called Mapping Our Lives. The one thing about the artwork at Bonheur, it just affords so many wonderful stories that have evolved. This was a patient who'd given a ball of clay, presented the finished piece to the artist, and the artist said, "Oh, do you love roses? Because it's a rose that says 65 roses." And the little patient said, "No, I have cystic fibrosis and I don't know how to pronounce it, so I say 65 roses."
Oh. Not only are the displays something to admire, but they're also intended to inspire. The 130 professional artists who placed pieces in Bonheur knew they had a mission to fulfill, not just be eye candy to cover a wall space, but put a smile on a little one's face.
Everything kind of has the same theme, and maybe the children can see one of these animals and go, "Well, I saw that someplace else," or maybe they can, maybe somebody can ask them to go find where there's a house like this or a bunny like this.
Lee Holland puts the finishing touches on what's called the rubbing table, a child-sized painted glass creating station where kids can transfer the kitty cats, butterflies, and bunnies onto their own canvas.
Just rub along, and what I think is kind of fun is once you have a basic drawing going here, then go back in and add different colors, decorate it, make it your own.
Another great thing about the art is it also helps the patients navigate the hospital. This way you don't have to try and remember the hallway. You just say, "Hey, go to the big sun and take a right." But what an art collection it is. Nearly 800 pieces from professionals, patients, and employees. From the mesmerizing metal garden with hundreds of moving pieces to The Blue Dog by George Rodrigue. Rodrigue is from Lafayette, Louisiana, one of the few contributing artists not from Memphis. Hill says she really can't pick a favorite, but is drawn to Bonheur's story written in steel, a piece by award-winning artist Dolph Smith.
And just to know that when he talks about it, he says, this is a piece of art that not only will be on my resume, but it'll be in my heart. And I know that each one of these artists shares that same affinity for what they did here.
And what all these artists did here is create something not just to hang on the wall, but promote hope and healing that starts with the heart.